Good versus Bad Battle, created by Claire Frank. I ought to start practicing what I preach. I took a guy home, big mistake. Not taking a guy home, but taking a guy home from work. I have to go to the job centre tomorrow. Not because I need a new job, but because it is my job, helping other people. He was one of the people I helped. Colossal fail. I drag myself to work. I don't want to be there. It feels like a bad day already. And sure enough, I see him lined up outside before I open up. I deal with some customers, and then I deal with him. And he's like, "All right, girl. Want to go out tonight?" Clearly, he hasn't got the message. Clearly, kicking him out early because sex was bad and he got his fake tan everywhere, on the sheets and in the towels, that wasn't enough of a hint. So I say to him straight, deadpan, to his face, "I'm going to try and get you a job ASAP, so you can be out of here and we don't have to see each other again." And he gets it. And I'm a bit too harsh on him, because it isn't really his fault, is it? It's mine. And I deal with some other customers. And it's all going all right until this lady walks in. Her name is Mary. She looks like something from a horror movie. She's got this old school dress on that's way too high up. It looks like it's choking her. Her hair is like bird nesty. Looks wild. But it matches her eyes. Her crazy eyes. And she's not saying anything, but those eyes are screaming out, "Help me." Screaming it out. She hasn't got any makeup on and she smells great. I say that I can help her, which is a bit of a lie because I don't know who's going to employ her. I wouldn't. And she still really hasn't said anything. A bit of odd. And I can't even tell you why she is that odd. She's just off. I think about her the rest of the day when I'm dealing with others. And I think about her when I lock up. And it's dark outside, deadly dark. And then there's a shadow in the corner and I think it's him. I shout, "Lay off. I've got a taser." I haven't got a taser. What does this creepy guy want now? Just my luck. But you know what? It's not the guy. It's Mary. She's waited all day. Must have been hours. Just to walk over and speak to me and say to me that I have to help her. And I say, "All right, I'll help you tomorrow, honey. Trust me, I will help you." She says no and insists that I have to help her today. They told me that I could help her. And I ask her, "Who the hell told you that?" And she says, "The demons. I know you know they're there. I know you can see them too." And I haven't got the patience for this. And this is not what I needed today. So I just walk off to my train. And sure enough, she follows on and jumps the barrier. Clearly lost it a bit. I don't want to speak to her anymore. I just wait and see my train approaching in the background. I act like it's not my train, like I'm not going on it. And in the last moment, when the doors are about to close, I leg it on there. And somehow she's managed to get on there too, which is kind of a miracle because my bag's barely made it in. I sit down. She doesn't join me. She can't sit. She's too much on edge. She's just pacing about, talking about the demons in her head and that I have to help her or she's going to do something bad. And then she takes the knife out. And this train is packed. And everyone is looking at us. But they're trying really hard not to. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm really disappointed. I'm like, why is nobody saying anything? Why is nobody doing anything? I mean, you can't blame it on her. She's obviously gone off the rails a bit. But everyone else... I mean, what is this? And then she points the knife towards me and I get really scared. Like, I want to pee myself scared. Like, run away. But there's nowhere to run and there's nothing else to do but sit calmly and think of a plan real quickly. And there's no point arguing with her anymore because she won't get it. She can't listen. So I'm going to calmly match her crazy. I take a deep breath and say, "You need Jesus. You need to find God. Only God can help you. And I'm not God, am I? I'm not God. God can help you. I'm not God. God, God. And I'm just repeating, God can help you and I'm not God. And repeating it and getting louder, screaming Jesus at the top of my voice in this train. She hasn't talked about demons for a while. And I only pause for a second because I need to take in some air before I pass out. And she brings up the demons again. And I just scream, God will deal with the demons. You need to pray the devil away. Really good at this somehow. Matches me perfectly. It must be all those late night preaching programs I've gotten into my head. I'm not a religious girl though. I think me screaming scared her a bit because she backed the knife away. And then I said, my next stop is coming up and I'm going to get off and go home. I get off at the stop. I knew she'd follow me there too. How predictable. And we're alone now outside in the darkness. And really anything can happen. And I really do want to run, but I don't want to be followed. So I turned around and said, look, you were at work today and you followed me on the train. Places that both have CCTV cameras. Your name is on my paperwork. If anything happens to me, they'll know. My boyfriend is at home. He's waiting for me and probably already worried because I haven't called him today. Probably already called the police. They're probably on their way. This scares her. All of it being a lie. Probably not the train part with the CCTV. But I pull it off because desperation speaks loudly. And then when she pauses for a bit and looks to the ground, breaking the intense eye contact, I leg it to my car. And I slam the door shut and lock it. And she's banging on the window and trying to get in and grabbing the door, but she can't. And I want to drive, but she gets in front of my car and just stares down at me. And I just stare at her. Then I put the lights on so she can't see me. And we both just are there, silently, facing one another. Feels like hours, but probably only 10 minutes. She leaves. And I wait another 20 to make sure she's actually gone. Then I drive home. And even then I walk around the block a few times and turn around several times before I enter my actual building. And I get into my empty apartment. I take a bottle of wine, sit down on the couch. And I should call someone, the police or the hospital, but I wouldn't know what to say. And I should change my sheets and the towels from tan guy. And I should probably eat something. And I should be doing a lot of things that I'm not doing, but I just turn the channel on to 700 and something where the preaching program's on. I pour myself a glass and I pass out on the couch. Thank God that I'm too exhausted to stay awake.